Been immersing myself in this incredible book, Plato at the Googleplex, really pulls me into its profound reflections on digital ethics in a 21st century context. It's quite fascinating to associate my current work in AI with something ancient like Plato's philosophy. Fascinating, right? It got me thinking about the industry in ways I hadn't before, like we're all tightrope walking in this rapidly evolving tech era. Oh, and we touched on this a bit in our group chat earlier today. Lucas was considering switching his gym routine for a home workout one. Em floated the idea of yoga. The conversation just flowed naturally to talking about balance. So, I chipped in, how maintaining balance is sort of like walking a tightrope in our AI-driven era, and others seemed to chip in agreeing on the tech-linked dilemmas of our times. No kidding. Lucas equated AI with a loaded gun in a kid's hand. Bit dramatic, but not entirely wrong, actually. So I shared about the book. Carlos seemed up for the challenge. Em, too, seemed excited. And Lucas, classic Lucas, out of nowhere he brought up pancakes at the new cafe downtown. I swear that boy could talk about food at a funeral. Nevertheless, pancakes do sound delicious. Oh, and by the way, I've been picking my guitar up again recently. Still rusty, but getting there, yeah. Anywho, let me get back to Plato and my musings on AI ethics. So, I had the most wonderful cue from Emily to rebalance my life, Well, she was talking about yoga and Lucas talking about switching his workouts. I was inspired to take a tech detox. Yep, an entire day without my precious phone. Might as well strip me off my clothes, yeah? Imagine, no emails, no Slack, no Zoom calls. Just a full day of nothing, simply existing and living in the moment. Picture me, a full-blown tech junkie signing up for a full-blown tech detox day. I bet you didn't see that one coming, did you? It was a silent retreat. No chatting, no gramming, just me, myself, and I. It was liberating, really, to disconnect from all the noise and just breathe. I felt an inner peace and clarity that I haven't felt in a long time. Even Jack, the retreat facilitator, noted my transformation. The chat gang was all over the idea of a tech detox day. Emily wanted to join me next time. Carlos thought it was great for mental health. And Lucas, well, he was just in it for the potential Instagram content. He really can't live without his food pictures, can he? Our relaxing modes really are so polar. It's like we're each in our own little world, and yet we connect on such a core level. And speaking of core, do you remember my guitar playing sessions? Picked it up again recently. Still a bit rusty, need to shake off the dust. But hey, a detox day might just be what I needed to reacquaint myself with the strings. Life's quite the balance, isn't it? Sometimes you need Plato and AI ethics. Sometimes you just need to disconnect and play some guitar tunes. But hey, balance is what makes life interesting, right? Speaking of balance, gotta keep my work-life scale balanced. So, you won't believe what I got myself into today, girl. I attended this majorly cool panel discussion on artificial emotional intelligence. Yeah, it sounds like a hefty deal, but it was super intriguing. It was all about incorporating human emotions into our beloved AI. Now that, my friend, is the stuff of future. Like combining two of my favorite worlds, tech and emotions, and shaping it into something innovative. It's just the kind of stuff we need at Click AI, Anyway, you remember Amara, right? The one who participated at TechCrunch last year. Guess what? She was one of the panel speakers. If only you could have seen her. She's a maestro in action. With every word, every subtle movement, she had the audience hanging on. The way she connected AI and emotional well-being, oh man, you would have loved it. While there, I was scribbling down points like a madwoman. I was receiving knowledge bombs I wanted to share with our team immediately. Okay, now here comes the fun part. After the panel, I joined the chat group, and guess what Lucas is raving about? This boy found himself a new vegan restaurant. Knowing Lucas, we can safely say Vegan is the new cool. I swear, crew chats can get more interesting than board meetings sometimes. Ha. So we started discussing about AI again, and of course Lucas interrupted about his vegan rendezvous. Girl, he wouldn't stop bragging about vegan nachos. I mean, who would ever rave about nachos in a tech chat, right? Lo and behold, Carlos can't resist a chicken burger. I mean, do you know anyone more carnivorous than Carlos? And then sweet, beautiful Emily. She took it another notch up, equating artificial emotional intelligence with sci-fi romance. Can you imagine? A robot falling in love. Anyway, enough of my rambling. I don't want to overdo your tech gossip quota for the day. Oh, before I forget, guess what's making a comeback? The guitar sessions. Yep, the good old chords are getting the dust off. The first few attempts were, well, let's just say, rusty. But it felt so good, plucking the strings again, shaking off the rust. Oh well, the exciting part of my day has come to an end.